get a sense that the time off kind of helped Brandin reset his season a little bit?
Yeah, Brandin looks really strong and sharp and determined. I thought he was fantastic tonight, and it's exciting to see. I mean, this is what he expected right from the start this season, and obviously things started a little slowly for him, but he's really looking like himself now, and I think that time off did help.
He tends to bring a certain energy every time he's out there, and also for being the youngest guy on the team, he tends to act like he's a vet. Is that something that just part of who he is and something you guys need?
Yeah, I think his swagger is part of what makes him who he is, and I think what we need is what you saw tonight: the energy, the passing, the connection. Long rebounds, loose balls. I thought he and Guy really came in and changed the game after that slow start that we had, and both those guys really provide that energy and that connection that we need.
There was a lot of talk earlier in the season when Brandin was struggling about him putting too much pressure on himself to make every shot. Could the time off have helped with that just mentally?
Yeah, I think so. He just I haven't talked to him about it, but I do think that since he's been back, he just looks more sure of himself for whatever reason.
How big was Schroeder tonight, and him taking that hard fall and then coming right back? What was that like?
Dennis was great. I was really nervous. I saw him holding his ankle. I thought maybe he had rolled it. And one of the things I love about him is that he's an Iron Man. He's there for you every single night. And we needed his scoring. We needed his leadership. I loved the fact that it was catch and shoot tonight, no hesitation. He got 13 threes up. I love that. That's our game is ball movement, and if you're open, let it fly. And I thought Dennis was great tonight.
Steve, along those lines, the way you guys took care of the ball without Steph or even not having Draymond, but also moving it that way, were you pretty pleased?
Yeah, only 9 turnovers, 29 assists, 9 turnovers, great ratio. I think I was talking before the game about how a stat like that used to guarantee a win, 29 assists, 9 turnovers, but not in the modern NBA, even against a team that is missing half their guys, because everybody can score, everybody's playing fast, and I thought Utah played great tonight. Sexton was just a lot to handle, and so they hung in there and even had a shot to take the lead late, so I give them a lot of credit, but very pleased with the win, and our guys should be proud. I know it's not easy playing against teams that are missing a bunch of guys. Those games always scare me. So I'm proud of the guys for getting it done, and now we get ready for tomorrow.
How critical was KEVON's production and just presence in the paint and on the glass?
Loon is, just one of the guys that we automatically trust, just because of everything he's done over the years, his poise, his wisdom. So a game like this, it gets tight. You go to Loon, you close the game with Loon.
Steve, first action for Kyle Anderson in a little while. I mean, was this kind of an example of his veteran leadership and kind of being able to go to your depth when you need to?
Yeah, I wanted to get Kyle out there tonight. With Steph out, it opened up some minutes. He hadn't played in his first couple of games back from the injury, and he obviously with Guy and Moses playing really well, the minutes just haven't been there for Kyle. He's such a pro. The guy is amazing, night in and night out. The way he works, the way he leads on the bench, encourages his teammates. Total pro. And then when he does get his chance, he always plays well. So I love Kyle.
Steve, Jazz were without Kessler tonight, but you guys shot 40% in the paint, and that's been an issue kind of off and on this season, layups and stuff like that. Is there any light at the end of that tunnel that you can see or perceive?
Yeah, I mean, I think it felt like early in the game we blew a few transition opportunities, but I loved the pace that we had, and I think if we can get our pace back, which we talked about after last game. Last 10 games, dead last in the league in pace. Well, we talked about it pregame. Can we get our pace back? Because that's how you get layups. That's how you get some easy baskets, some paint points. Get the ball ahead before the defense can set up. We're not a team that's going to score a ton in the paint in the half court. We're just not built that way. So it's got to be in transition.
And what roles does Brandin play in that? The pace role.
Brandin plays a huge role in that. He's often the push man. He's great in transition. You see some of the cross-court passes he makes to the corner shooter. It's beautiful. And I like the combination of Dennis and Brandin both pushing the ball. That gives us some energy.
I forgot to ask pregame, but you guys added Jackson Rowe on a two-way today.
Yeah.
What did you like about him in camp, and what have you seen from him in Santa Cruz?
Well, Jackson's done a great job for us in Santa Cruz. He's one of those guys who just seems to be on the winning side of the equation all the time. There's some stats in Santa Cruz where, like, when he plays, the team wins. When he doesn't, they lose. We like his energy, his shooting, his knowledge of the game. He's, different from Guy, but similar in that he just knows how to play and makes the right play over and over again. Thank you.
What are you seeing from Brandin since he's been back?
He's playing with a lot more confidence, shooting the ball well. He always does all the small things on the court, rebounding, setting charges. And he's helping with our pace. He's pushing the ball well, and he's just playing with a lot more confidence.
When he is hitting the three like that, I mean, I know it's not like something you guys are needing a ton from him, but how much does that open everything else up?
I think it helps him a lot. It helps our team a lot. We've been struggling to score all season, so when he's making shots, it keeps defenders honest. He's able to get in the paint, and when he's getting in the paint, he always makes the right decision. He's getting our shooters open, putting a lot of pressure on the defense. So when he's making threes, I think he plays with more confidence, and when he plays with more confidence, our group usually follows.
With Brandin, KEVON, could you kind of maybe almost feel him trying a little bit extra at the beginning of the year, kind of putting a lot on his shoulders when you talk about confidence? Because it seems like he's playing a little more free right now.
I wouldn't say he was trying too much earlier. When you're not making shots, you kind of can get in your own way, get in your head. So I think we all have been there. Everybody in the NBA goes through a slump and struggles. But Brandon's a hard worker. He's always in the gym, so it's only a matter of time before things are going to turn his way. I think him being out, him seeing the game and seeing the game from a different perspective, gave him a different outlook, and I think he's been playing great since he's been back.
As a team, you guys shot 41% in the paint tonight, and that's something that's been going on all season. Is there anything you guys can do differently in practice, developmentally, anything to improve just finishing?
You always can work on things and continue to get better at things, but we just got to make shots. That's been something we've been struggling with all year. I don't think it's I think we all practice it. We just got to, when it's time to do it in the game, we just got to go finish. We're capable of doing it. We had games where we did it really well. We just got to be more consistent. I think that's with every area on that end.
You were right there when Dennis went down. Looked like it might have been a pretty big injury scare. Obviously, he came back in the game. What was your view of him being on the floor there, and what did you think about his night overall?
I didn't know really what happened. I know Dennis is really tough. He's been durable his whole career, so scary seeing him go down. But when I see him walking and everything, I figured he's going to find a way back out there. He's one of the toughest guys in the league. He's shown that his whole career. And tonight he was big for us. He's huge. He hit a lot of shots. He controlled the game, especially with Steph being out. He was the point guard, really leading the way and setting the table for everybody. So that's what he brought him in for. He's a great leader and a great veteran presence for us.
Well, Brandon's the youngest guy on the team, but there are times when he is a leadership guy, it looks like. And how is he able to kind of come across like, a guy who is kind of pushing you guys to be better?
That's just his personality. BP's a talkative guy. I don't know what word I would use. He can be an a-hole sometimes, but as a point guard, you want that as your point guard. And Dennis is like that. They know how to push the guys' buttons. They know how to get under the guy's skin, and you need that toughness out there, especially if you're going to be. He's not the biggest guy. You got to have an edge to you to be good in this league, and I think he has that. He's finding the balance of how to connect with guys and make guys better and push them. So I think he's really developing in that role, and that's going to be his future for him.